Hello, hello. It's me again. I don't have a name yet, and I don't think I will have one for a while because I cannot think of something good. But the round's starting in around 15 minutes or so. I think I'm feeling pretty prepared. I think I reviewed through my prep file, I believe once on Wednesday, once on Thursday, and once just now, before I started up everything, including OBS and whatever. I think I have a good shot of, again, getting my desired position in this a6 bishop f5, and then probably either fifth move h6 or fifth move e6 followed by knight fd7. I think I fell asleep when the birds started chirping outside my window, so it's not ideal, but I have coffee, so hopefully it keeps me going until the game is over and then I can crash. So I think he should be finishing up his preparations soon. I wasn't super clear on my last video, but I think there is a high chance you'll see that, I mean, my lead chess stats are really not very helpful. But I do have my chess.com account linked on my profile, so I think that Finns might actually use that instead, and I think that's probably the better way to do it. And if that's the case, I'm still not concerned because I just have a bunch of e4 games because I'm trying to learn it. So either way, it should be good. If he is prepared, then I'm going to be very curious on how he actually found out. Oh, I should make this clear. I usually don't do this much preparation. In fact, I think the way Finns goes about preparing is actually how much time you usually have. For example, in an over the board tournament between rounds to prepare for your opponent, usually pairings are posted like an hour before the round. If you're lucky, sometimes they post in like 15 minutes. So having like 30 minutes to first like find your opponent online or in the chess space database and then actually prepare something is much more difficult than my situation where I have essentially full knowledge, almost unlimited time. Yeah, I had a lot more time than you usually get, so I get to go very in depth in this line, and I get to make sure almost everything's covered. I didn't cover this previously either. I did do some preparation on the Benoni and Modern, just reviewing through the lines, just so I know the general ideas, because I really don't want to be surprised on move like 2 or 3, and then have to come up with something. Oh yeah, I think I'll explain this when the game actually starts, but I'm using the chess-up electronic board. So when I'm making my moves, you'll just see the pieces move on the screen. That's because I'm making them like physically on a board in front of me. I may swap to the mouse once I'm under in a minute, even though there's 30-second increment, but we'll see. Right, I guess let's start. So d4. Yeah, so I think I already explained this, but I have my mouse here. I am playing on the chess up, so you're just gonna see the pieces move. But the time spent on thinking about d4 is already a very good sign, I think. Okay, knight f6, of course. Okay, knight c3. And now we're hoping that there is no Benoni being played, because that would be not ideal. Okay, now I'll swap to notes and keyboard away, and we can play chess finally. All right. So this is a fantastic sign. No, not the... It's so over. Okay, I'm gonna play d5. D takes c5 is also possible as well, but it does allow black to equalize some. I mean, maybe actually d takes c5 is a better shot to get out of prep, but what can you do? Oh, I'm looking like such a fool right now. It's so sad. It's genuinely sad. Oh my god. So it's a very good thing I looked at my Benoni file, by the way, because yeah, if I didn't, I would just be like out of book. I guess this, yeah, so this is the downside too. So Finns is very strong, right? He's an international master. He's been playing chess for a very long time. So he obviously knows how to actually prepare. And then if he's caught off guard like this, then I'm assuming this is his response. He's just trying to get a position he's comfortable with. I did review the file though, so I am still in preparation. It's a very good thing I looked at this. So now I looked at bishop g7, bishop g4. Both should give like similar positions, but the difference between the two is that if bishop g4 early here, I play h3, I take, and then I have this g4 queen g2 idea. It'll be very interesting if I get this over the board. I think bishop g7 is more common though. bishop g7, bishop c4, and eventually black should play bishop g4. And then I still play h3. Okay, so yeah, so I'm playing bishop c4 here, and then castle castle probably bishop g4. I play h3 still. And what's important after he takes on f3 is there's going to be knight bd7. I play bishop e2, so knight e5 doesn't come with any really threat. I think it's still comfortable for white, but yeah. It's really a bummer that I did 26 moves of preparation, and then he plays the Benoni, uh and I think this is also the advantage of starting out with knight f6 here. Besides this c5, there's like a few other options that I didn't go over it because I didn't want to spoil everything. But knight f6 is a little bit more flexible than d5 in response to d4, and this is part of the reason why. I'm like super nervous, by the way. I can see there's already 8 people watching, and oh, I do have a moral advantage with 2 minutes extra, but it's so sad. I don't get to play any of my preparation. Oh man. To be fair, this is still like almost a success. I'm gonna be honest. On the bright side, like he didn't play like the Dutch or something, or what would be the worst thing? Or like he didn't play some other mainline thing that I just didn't look at. Like I believe there's well in this do you have a London setup? So assuming like d4 knight f6 knight c3 d5 or d5 and knight f6, there's like a bunch of options. I think the most critical ones are c5 for black or g6. There's also e6, which is the main line, but there is some nonsense that white can do. I'm not going to explain it because I'd really like to not spoil the entirety of my preparation, especially since this is going to be posted most likely. But okay, I think he should just go bishop g5. I actually don't know what he's thinking about. It's like I guess you could play like rook e8 or knight bd7, but it doesn't make too much. Okay, knight e. Oh no. Okay, well. So, if I remember things correctly, I believe I'm supposed to take on a6 here. I think taking on a6 and then knight d2 looks correct. But I need to calculate a5, knight c4, bishop a6, and then b3 is not possible because knight takes e4 and then my rook would hang on a1 at the end. So that's not quite right. So then the question is, what is it take knight d2, a5, a4, or... Because the point of this is the knight's gonna come to c7 and then a6, rook b8, b5 in some order, right? I want to play h3 or rook e1, maybe queen e2 in some case. I think a4 is actually always useful, so maybe I could start out with that first. And I believe I looked at something like this, but I don't quite remember the... It was like a4 and then... So why is knight c7 not so good here? I remember like there was a line with a4 and then b6. But I don't remember it clearly. So maybe d takes c5. I should have looked at d takes c5. Okay, I need to find something to do. So my time bench is gone. That's okay. What to do now? Yeah, okay, so I mean, so okay, h3, like there's so many reasonable moves. That's the problem. I just have to choose one of them. So the question is, which move is the most useful? So he's not committed to h3. Actually, so bishop g4 is not so threatening now. Because there's no like knight bd7 unless after a4 bishop g4 h3 take knight fd7. I think after queen g3 I should be fine. I have like f4 coming and it doesn't look super comfortable for black. So the concern about a4 I have is it does weaken b4 a bit, so knight b4 could be annoying. So really I want him to commit his knight to c7 first. So what move do I play? H3, rook e1. Unfortunately, I can't like swap plans. I used to play this knight e2, knight c4 plan, but there is a piece on c4, and that would I mean, yeah, clearly I cannot play knight c4 now in this position. So what to do instead? Okay, I'm spending too much time here actually. I am out of prep, so it's fine, but I don't want to take too long either. H3 maybe is decent. It's okay. I think I'm also slightly mental boomed because my preparation was completely useless, but it is what it is. I think, okay, H3 seems reasonable. The light square bishop doesn't have a good square. Like, even knight c7, a6, b5 takes a very long time. I think I may have, like, let's say, like, bishop f4, like, queen e2, rook d1. I think I can break through before he can. So let's play h3. I think that's very reasonable. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Yeah. It's so sad. By the way, if you can tell, I am not a fan of the Benoni. I feel like okay, yeah, so knight c7, and then here I think my point is now I want to play a4. Because there's no more queen a5 and knight a6 back would be very strange now. So let's go a4 now. I'm expecting like bishop d7 and then or maybe a6. We'll see. I there's like a temptation to play rook a3, but it's not a very good move. Actually, I remember playing Rook A3 in some it was a very strange game in this 2 knight C3 line. I played Rook A3 and I was actually worse for most of the game. But it did end up working out. Okay, I think so not like so black is not lost, of course. Like white's like slightly better because I have more space or whatever. I think the problem I figure out what the problem is for black because black's plan is very simple: bishop b7, a6, rook b8, and then b5 eventually. So the question is, what can white do to stop that? Is it like queen e2, rook d1, and then e5 at some point, or okay, because I need let's say okay, so queen e2, rook d1, and then maybe bishop f4 before I play e5. So it's 1, 2, 3 moves. Black needs bishop d7, a6, and then I guess queen e2 actually okay. Queen e2 is a good move next. It's adds another defender to the b5 square. So then he has to spend another tempo. Let's say like rook b8. So I think but e5 is kind of counterintuitive. Because it's opening up this g7 bishop diagonal, and not only that, queen e2, maybe rook e8, and then e6 is a plan, considering my queen's now on this diagonal, and then I can't really take back with the e pawn if e takes d5 because I'd hang my queen. So I think actually e6 I'm probably okay. There's probably like d takes e6 and rook d1. I'm still doing fine, but we'll see. Maybe bishop g5 or bishop f4 are more playable, or like maybe even a5 is fine too. Okay, so b6. Actually, okay, I think we're going back to something I've looked at. It's the move a5 here now. I don't think so. It looks. I think this is turning into something I've probably looked at before. So the question is now, do I play queen e2 or bishop f4? I don't think there's any other move that makes sense. A5 looked interesting. Do you realize that? Oh, maybe I can. Okay, a5 take. Knight d5, bishop d5, knight d5, queen d5, queen a5, queen a. Oh, there's like bishop h3 and okay, a5 looks sort of tempting, but I don't believe it's actually correct. Just because I think there's a lot of annoying like knight takes or knight c takes d5 and maybe the rook is hanging somehow. And I can't. I mean, like the rook on a8 is also hanging, but like after the end, my queen will be on a8, and there's bishop takes h3 or bishop a6 or something, I believe. I think queen 2 makes a lot of sense, but he's gonna okay. They are gonna get. Oh, they may have e5 and then knight takes e5, and I have knight c6 plan. Okay, so queen e2, a6 rook d1. b5 is still not possible because the rook is pinned. So let's say bishop b7. Then I play e5 take. And I play knight c6 next. It looks very uncomfortable. So I think queen e2 is fine here. If rook e8, I can take and play rook d1, I believe. Oh, I guess actually bishop take e6 is a problem. Okay. Queen e2, rook e8. Rook d1 e6. Actually, the very strange queen f1 is maybe possible. Oh, queen e2, rook e8. Oh, maybe I can just play e5, right? Oh, I have knight take to it. Take, knight c6. Yeah, I have knight c6. Okay, wait, so queen e2, rook e8, and then I have e5 right away. Take. If e6, then I have knight c6, queen d. Oh, and it's not quite working. Queen 2, rook e8, rook d1, e6. If I take bishop takes e6 is my concern, yeah. Oh, I guess my queen is guarding the bishop on c4, so bishop g5 actually may be decent, followed by knight d5, or maybe bishop f4. If d5, I take it. I actually don't care if they take back on d5 with the piece because it's all pinned. Like, take. No, everything's opening up, actually. It's not so good. I think queen e2 probably is the move here. I don't think bishop f4 is quite... Bishop f4, I think ace... Okay, well, the question is... Okay, is bishop f4 always useful? I think so. Now I think about it. Knight h5, just bishop h2, right? So why would I not play bishop f4 here? Then this prevents e6. If rook e8, maybe I have... then maybe I have e5 right away. Because after knight takes e5, there's no more knight takes d5 because I have enough pieces defending the d5 square and I have knight c6 coming. If bishop b7, I have knight c6 ideas in some cases. Oh, and also I have d6 as well because the rook on e8 no longer guards f7. Okay, so I'm gonna play bishop f4 first. If a6, queen e2, e6, rook d... e6 I take. There's a bishop f4, rook... No, bishop f4, a6, queen e2, rook e8, rook d1, e6. I can take and then the pawn on d6. Okay, so bishop f4 then is the move, I think. Oh, okay. No, so there's a problem now. There is this bishop a6 idea. Ooh, okay, this is concerning as well. So queen e2 does stop bishop a6, but then it runs this rook e8 problem, right? The problem is queen e2, rook e8, bishop f4, e6. Take, and then bishop takes e6, or knight takes e6. Either way is fine. If bishop f4, then I'm allowing bishop a6. I mean, I can play queen e2. Oh, actually, I can play queen e2. And then it moves my queen out of the... or off of the e file, so I can play rook d1, I'm fine. Okay, so let's play bishop f4 here. Yeah, just make sure I'm not blundering. Okay. Oh no, my time advantage. It's so sad. Hopefully, I'm not going to chop up the audio too much. I think I'm not doing anything weird, like I'm not like clapping my hands while I'm speaking, or like clinking my coffee cup, but... Okay. I think now that I've calculated, it's time to put my music back on. Hopefully this works actually, because if it doesn't, I'll be very sad. I do not want to click to the YouTube music window. Okay, bishop e7's a bit of a surprise. I think I actually may keep the queen on d2 and try to trade off this Benoni bishop, because, I mean, black's position looks really, I'm gonna be honest, looks pretty bad. The next plan is probably a6 and b5, yeah? Queen d2, a6, bishop h6. Yeah, so the only problem is e5 is now not so attractive, but it's not necessarily a... Okay, so yeah, black has two pawn breaks. There's either e6 or a6 here. If queen e2, a6 already threatens this b... Oh, not quite. Okay, actually b5 is like almost never possible. As long as I have something defending e4, so after knight takes b5, there's no knight takes e4. So the question is, do I play queen d2 or queen e2? I think both look fine. I mean, black could be trying some knight d7, but I'm not super convinced about that. I think maybe rook e1 is actually strong. I do have this knight takes e5 in the knight c6 idea, I'm pretty sure. So, okay, let's say rook e1, rook e8. Do I have e5 already? e5, take. And then my threats like d6 and bishop f7. How does he defend? There's no easy way to defend, actually. So rook e1 is probably answered by knight d7, and then e5 is not so challenging anymore. So can I throw in queen d2 then? Queen d2 first, and the points I want to get rid of this dark squared bishop. Queen d2 a6, rook e1. I mean, it's all fine and dandy. I mean, queen d2 probably induces this rook e8, right? Because bishop h6, they want to keep the bishop. Bishop h8 is probably good. So then so rook e1, what is the problem? Knight e7? Ah, but then maybe I want the rook on f4 to play or not f4, I want the rook on f1 to play f4. Rook e1, knight e7, queen d2, knight e5, I take... No, wait, what am I? No, I cannot calculate. No, that structure's good for me. So after queen d2, what is black's plan? I have like bishop h6 next. Yeah, so rook e1, e6 is no longer possible because I can take on d6. So I think let's go rook e1 and then queen d2. Okay. Yeah, so the thing is, now that black's put the bishop on b7, I don't think a6 b5 is going to be played very soon, right? Rook e1 sort of discourages this as well, just adding a defender to the e4 square. Knight g... No, knight g5 is not possible. I think in some case, after queen d2, bishop h6, bishop h8, then knight g5 may be annoying. Because now the bishop on h6 blocks this h7, h6 from being played, but this is a very long-term plan. If I had to, like, talk about this position, like, try to give, like, an objective valuation, I think white still has, like, their edge in Benoni, like, plus 0.5, plus 0.6, but... I don't know. I think I'm already in unfamiliar territory. I don't know if I've been playing this position properly or not. Or not, I don't, I mean, I'm probably doing fine, but I don't know about all my moves being accurate. I think actually knight e5 may not be possible. I may have... Actually, that's fine. I don't think e6 is not very possible either right now, I feel, so... And maybe actually I can change plans. Queen d2, rook a d1, bishop h6, and then maybe e5 is possible. We'll see. Okay, a6, yeah. Can't just to go b5 at some points. So I can... Yes, I probably should move the queen to some square, like e2 or d3 or d2. The question is where. I rhymed, but unintentionally. I didn't want to do that. So the question is there anything wrong with d3? Because knight d7 is not... I mean, I wouldn't consider knight e7 threatening at all. I'm allowing knight e5 and then take looks very uncomfortable, either because the bishop on g7 is going to be staring into this e5 pawn, or because this structure is not very comfortable. I get like the d5 square with this d6 breakthrough. So I think queen d2 or queen d3 are both strong. The question is what is... Maybe black has this rook b8 bishop a6 plan. Oh, and that's actually fairly annoying. I think I probably want to switch gears and play rook a d1 at some point. I don't think the queen side is so important than king side, but... I mean, queen d2, I think... If I get the dark squared bishop off, I should be doing very well, I feel. So queen d2, rook e8 is probably... Not like force, but like I'm inducing it. Rook a d1? I mean, is there any problem here? b5 is still not a threat. I think I'm comfortable here still. So I've already used 9 minutes, and I don't think I want to get into time trouble, especially since this position is still just fine for me. So I think I'm just going to play queen d2 and say I'm right, and if I'm wrong, then I'll just look foolish, but it is what it is. I think queen d2 is right. It's compared to queen d3. I want to play bishop h6. I feel like that's pretty good. So this is not very subtle, I feel. I mean, he'll see my ideas, bishop h6. I expect rook e8. I think bishop h6 still, bishop h8, because even though he avoids the dark squared bishop trade, having a bishop on h6 is a little bit irritating. And I may have this knight g5 that I talked about, followed by f4. Oh, knight g5 and then f4 e5 could be good. If knight fd7, then I mean the knight's not doing too much. And maybe I saw this e5 breakthrough. This b5 is forever stopped, and then bishop... Yeah. I mean, I think white's still doing well here. if I shouldn't be panicking over like this position like this. Like this is very good for white, I think. Like even if the computer says like black's fine, like I object or not objectively, but practically it looks very pleasant, right? Like I have a ton of space. I think my plan's a lot easier compared to black. And I think in some other types of Benoni positions, black will usually trade off the light squared bishop with like bishop g4. So that's why I was expecting that. But now they have this light squared bishop, and it's just it's not what Nimzovich would call it. It's staring into. Wait, is this Nimzovich's invention or is it? I don't know. I know Nerdisky uses the phrase like staring into concrete. I'm not sure if it's from Nimzovich's My System or not. I think I read through like 30%. But it even though I understand it's a classic of chess literature, it is very dry. It's not helped that I think it's translated from German, right? So I don't think that helps the entertainment factor, but I used to play a different line against the Benoni. I'll probably just show it after the game because I think I'm gonna go through it. I used to play like instead of this knight of 3 bishop c4, I would play bishop e2. I think I think bishop g7, knight f3, bishop g4, knight d2, and then the knight's going to c4. But the problem with that line is I think black is always in time with like knight d7, knight e5, and it's like not so comfortable for white. I think this is a little bit more comfortable for white, right? I have all the pieces on the board still, and actually I feel like my plan is pretty simple. Just like bishop h6, rook a d1, knight g5, f4, e5, something like that. The only issue is like yeah, so putting the bishop on b7, I think it or a6 b5 is not so strong now, right? Because it blocks the rook on b8 from defending b5, but it does discourage e5, which I think is important as well. I think bishop a6 had to be played. You because you just have to get rid of this slice squared bishop. It's just not good. Even though it does stop e5, like I have other plans, I feel. I mean, long term, I may have like bishop h6, bishop h8, knight g5, queen f4, queen h4, and then it'll take forever to get the checkmate, but there is the checkmate coming, so. I'm so sad though. My king takes d2 idea. I don't get to play it at all. I'm never gonna get to play it because I just posted a video detailing exactly why you should not play this line as black. So, uh, I mean, on the bright side in that line, actually, there's multiple ways for me to debate very early, so I can just come up with some new nonsense. But I suppose this is the problem with revealing one's hand. You can only reveal your hand once. You can't be like, okay, I'm just going to imagine in poker, right? You flip over your cards and then you can just flip them. You can't just flip them back over and say, oh, you don't know what my cards are. That's not how that works. Okay, it's taking a while. I'm actually not too sure what he's thinking about. I thought rook e8 was pretty obvious. But so is he maybe looking at like the f4 e5 because it looks a bit dangerous or what? Because yeah, I think the thing that I talked about earlier with f7 being a bit weak still stands. Like rook e8, bishop h6, bishop h8, knight g5, and then I mean like e6 is basically a pipe dream. I maybe have some e5 d6 nonsense in some cases. And I think my plan of rook a d8 is very strong next. And even after queen d7, I could even play something like queen d3. Now that I've kicked the, or this would be after bishop h6, bishop h8. Like rook a d1, rook e8, whatever. I'm not saying a concrete variation, but like if he plays queen d7, if I have the bishop on h6, I could play queen to d3, and this adds another defender to the b5 square. And I don't think there's an easy way for him to add another attacker. He'd have to play rook b8, bishop a8, which is very slow. a6 also hangs while he does that. And I have like probably knight g5 or e5 or yeah. Also queen d7 is not so good because after e5, knight takes e5, it hits the queen, so he doesn't have time to take on d5. Okay, I think bishop h6 or rook. Yeah, so here I think this is probably better than what I was talking about because now bishop 8 and b5 is coming. I could try to play e5 actually. I will say e5 is looking even more attractive, or bishop h6. Let's see, bishop h6, bishop a8, take. Queen d3, how does he... I am hitting a6 here. How does he defend it? Or does he not have to? b5, ab, knight b, bishop b, c4. Now c4 would be bad, I feel. Yeah, so the alternative would be rook a d1, bishop a8, and then e5 here. Take, bishop takes e5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, knight d, bishop d, bishop. Okay, okay, so he's losing a piece. He cannot take on d5, I have to add a defender. So rook a d1, bishop a8, e5, take, bishop takes e5, b5, bishop takes c7 though. Queen c7, ab, knight b. And I'm just completely chilling, I feel. So, okay, the question here is, why not rook a d1 then? Is bishop h6 better or not? Bishop h6, bishop a8, take on g7, king g7, queen d3. Basically, you could play like queen c8, but that's not. Yeah, actually, I think I want to. Maybe bishop takes e5 is stronger. Okay, so rook a d1, bishop a8, e5 take. b5 is not possible now because I can take on c7. I have d6 coming and it looks really uncomfortable, I feel. Is there any. Okay, rook a d1 is there b5. Take. No, I don't think so. And if that's not the case, then I think I'm doing very well here with rook a d1. So I will play it. I am low on time. Or not low on time, but I am behind on time still. What's nerve-wracking about this type of positions, even though I have like a dominant position, right? All my pieces are good. Like I've like followed all the opening principles. Compared to the Jobob London line I prepared where I'm breaking all opening principles. One mistake and then black equalizes. Like I play a breakthrough too early, black equalizes. I allow some like counterplay. I can't give a specific example because this position, I mean, is pretty pleasant. But well, there's like a quote: "The hardest position to win is a winning position." I don't know who it's from. I'm gonna say it was the 17 or 1800s, probably. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, but dude, I look so silly though, because yeah, let's prepare 26 lines with king takes d2 and then not get to play it all the time. I mean, to be fair, the disadvantage I don't get to play my preparation. Advantage, the position objective is probably better for me than the final position I had. But, man. Okay, but I have like e5 coming. What is he gonna do about that? I think knight b7. I have bishop h6, and b5 is still pipe dream. Actually, where does the saying pipe dream comes from? I actually don't know. English is a strange language. In fact, the language learning in general is very strange because you learn the. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I say this like English is not my first language, and it's it's the only language I can speak. Okay, I have e5 coming though. What is he gonna do? e5 or bishop h6? I don't even have to rush with e5. Bishop h6 still good. Um, rook e8. I surely I can just play e5 and I'm just like crushing it, aren't I? Like e5 take knight d7, d6, knight e5, knight e5, d takes. No, you can't. No, but then I have this. Okay, if e6 and okay, rook e5 take. Uh, I mean, what does he do? I play d6 next, no matter what, and he's just like. Okay, maybe no b5 and I can just take on c7. Knight h5. No, knight h5 is a bishop h6. Or bishop h, even bishop h2, and I can play g4 and kick him, so I don't know. Actually, maybe that's probably not good, but knight h5, maybe bishop h6. Uh, maybe knight h5 is. Actually, what is wrong with knight h5? I don't think about it, it looks a bit attractive. Just make me choose what to do first. I mean, bishop h2 is probably, and I probably still have e5, like g4 and then e5. I mean, so the problem with pushing in g4 is that my knight on f3 may be hanging in some lines, like d6 and bishop takes f3, but I mean, okay, well, he's spending lots of time. I'm not super surprised it does look sort of bad. I think part of my disrespect for the Benoni comes from the fact that black's position just looks horrid. I think same thing with like the king's Indian defense, because it's like white has like tons of space. It looks like black's just absolutely getting rolled, but black's actually doing like okay, like it's still getting played. I think the dragon is a little bit, even though I think the dragon may be objectively worse in some lines compared to the Benoni. I think at least like you're getting some quote unquote counterplay, so your position doesn't look completely lost. B5. What? Beef? Oh, and I missed this tactic. Okay, that's fantastic. I had to go. Oh no. And now it's start. Yeah, so speaking of making mistakes and allowing black to equalize, I think this is one of them. Yeah, so the point is a takes b5, a takes b5, knight takes b5, knight takes b5, bishop takes b5, and bishop takes d5. I missed this because I'm bad. It's not the end of the world. I can take back with the pawn, rook takes b5, and then c3, and I'm not doing too bad. I mean, Oh, I have knight takes d6 intermezzo, maybe. Wait, so a takes b5, a takes b5, bishop takes b5, knight takes b5, knight takes b5, bishop takes d5, knight takes d6 intermezzo. E takes d6, e takes d5, rook takes b2. Unless I can go, can I go back? A takes b5, a takes b5, bishop takes b5, right? Knight takes b5, knight takes b5, bishop takes d5, knight c3 back. And then after bishop c6, e5. I think I can. Wait, okay. Yeah, so obviously not ideal is like bishop f1 or anything of this sort. I mean, I could take and play bishop a2, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's probably bad, yeah, I don't. I mean, I have b3, b4, c3 when bishop gets trapped on the c2, b3 person, and okay, it's bad. Okay, this is a critical moment, I think. I'm probably gonna spend most of my time calculating this, because it's really gonna decide like the rest of the middle game. A, B, knight B, knight B, bishop D5. Don't have like intermezzo. C4? No, C4 does not work. My E4 pawn is hanging. A, bishop B, knight B, bishop D5. Knight D6, E takes D6. E takes D5, rook takes B2. Ah, I allowed this. This is so sad. Actually, so bishop f1 could be playable, I'm gonna be honest. And the problem is, where does the e2 knight go? Or no, sorry, not e2. Where does the c3 knight go? Bishop f1, b4. And no, I can't play knight a2. Knight takes e4 would be bad. Okay, I can play knight to b1. I mean, b4 is allowing me to put the bishop back on c4 actually, so it's not too good, I feel. Is this seriously like bishop f1? It looks so counterintuitive. It looks terrible. Like it. But again, black's pieces are not well placed here. I mean, I don't think I want to give him what he wants. He wants AB, AB. So knight takes b5 is just bad. Knight takes b5, bishop takes b5, bishop takes d5, and like... Oh, I guess I could go d takes... Or sorry, e takes d5, rook b5, c4, rook b4 is probably something that's gonna happen. But not ideal, I feel. Yeah, c4, rook b4... Oh, I have knight d... Wait, I have knight d4. Oh, this may be clever. Wait. Take. Bishop d5, cd. Rook takes b5, c4. Okay, so he can't go rook b4. I have this. I have knight d4, knight c6. Rook takes c4, knight c6. Queen wherever. Knight takes e7. Actually, wait, do I? I don't even know if I have. I mean, I have bishop h6. This should be good for me, I feel. What is going on? I don't know what's going on, and I have 15 minutes to figure out what's going on. A B, bishop takes b5, knight takes b5, knight takes b5, bishop takes d5. So actually, it doesn't. The difference doesn't matter. I could take on d6 and take on e5, but then it allows him to take on b2, so that's not good. So my options are okay. So guaranteed to get like a decent position. I go A B, knight B, knight B, bishop B, bishop takes e5, e takes e5, rook takes b5, c4 here. Is there anything better? So is bishop f1 like reasonable? Okay, so c4 is next, right? So bishop f1 c4 obviously. Can I play e5? E5 take bishop takes e5. b4. I mean, I may have like queen f4s, knight h5. I don't even know what is going on. Bishop f1, b4 knight b1 is fine for me, yeah. Bishop f1, c4. Yeah, c4 is always a problem. Can I play b4 here? No, it looks a bit bad. Bishop 1 c4. What do I have here? Or do I have anything? e5? E takes e5, bishop takes e5. b4? I mean, bishop f6, knight e4, knight takes d. Okay, nothing. Bishop 1 b4. Or not b4, c4, e5, knight e5. But I don't have any threats. And also, I think d5 probably hangs. I think d5's hanging there. Bishop 1 c4, e5 take, bishop takes e5. I think e5 is... Yo, d5 is still hanging no matter what. Okay, so I think I have to take, unfortunately. I think I'm still doing okay, actually. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's unfortunate. I have to take. Yeah, okay, takes back. Of course, it doesn't matter which way I take, I believe. I'm just trying to double check. I believe knight takes b5, though. Yeah. Let's go knight takes b5. Unless this allows bishop a6, and I'll look really, really silly, but I don't think that's the case. Oh, no, I have knight a3. What am I talking about? I have knight a3. Oh, I might have allowed some... Bishop a6 could be possible now, and I didn't consider it. That's not good. Yeah, I hope he doesn't play bishop. I think... Oh, I may have, like... No, bishop a6 is very, very strong, and I didn't consider this at all. This is just a mistake, I believe. Wow. I had to go bishop takes b5. I didn't think there was a difference, but no, there is. Crazy, man. I mean, I think, okay, bishop a6, knight a3, rook takes b2, e5 is probably still okay. Oh, maybe it's bad for him, actually. Maybe, okay. Either way, I'm quote-unquote setting a trap, or I'm allowing black to equalize, and I will be quickly in trouble in this game. Yeah, so I'm, like, unreliable as a source, like, probably, like, 70% of what I say is correct, so maybe bishop a6 is the 30%. I'm hoping that's the case. Yeah, but this very nice c4, I think. c4, I'm like doing fine. I have bishop h6, I trade off the... Oh, no, what am I talking about? No, I just can't calculate. It's okay. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Also the worst of us. We both can't calculate. We all can't calculate. Yeah, bishop takes d5 is what I expected. And now I play bishop to d3. No. Am I losing a... No, I'm not losing a pawn. Oh, I can play queen e2. What am I doing? Is queen e2 possible? Or not here, but like take bishop rook takes b5, queen e2, yeah? Okay, no, I have to take. It'd be funny if I mouse slipped, or not mouse slipped. In this case, it'd be actually like over the board slip. Is queen e2 playable? Probably not. Now I think about it, yeah, it really isn't. I think c4 and then rook b7 is very likely. I think bishop h6 is very uncomfortable. I don't think he wants to take and allow me to... Or he just c4, rook b7, and then rook e2, and then rook e1. Maybe I have some queen d1, bishop c1 nonsense. Everything's defended. I pressure on e7. So c4 or not c4 is the question. Queen e2 looks really interesting. Queen e2, I think rook b7 is the best move. Yeah, but after rook b7, I don't think I have anything after queen. Okay, so I think c4 is probably correct then. Just to make sure, c4, rook b4, knight d4, rook takes c4, knight c6, queen, let's say to a8 to avoid any threat. Yeah, knight e7, I win the pawn. If queen d7, I rook takes e7. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what he does. Yeah, so my problem is my b2 pawn, but I can defend it. It's not... And I think actually the black knight doesn't have too many good squares, so that's a plus for me. But also bishop g5 would make it so opening the diagonal is almost impossible. So I think I'm doing fine here. Rook e2, rook e1. And like, yeah, it could be better, could be worse. Maybe we've just all been playing the best moves, and this is as much advantage as white can hope for. But I don't think so. I think I messed up somewhere. I have 13 minutes versus 18. Not too bad time management. I'm really hoping for rook b4, but I think he'll see knight d4. Knight d4 looks really nasty. Oh, what's going? Wait, rook b4, knight d4. Knight takes d. Oh god, knight takes d5. Knights. Oh no, no, I'm gonna talk. I can't calculate. Yeah, I forgot after knight c6, the queen on d8 is being attacked. So okay, let's see what he does. I mean, yeah, so the problem for black is the knight's really bad piece. Like maybe it can come to b6 or like b4, like knight e8, knight c7, knight a6, knight b4, but that takes forever. It's not even attacking anything there. So the black star squared bishop looks very great. It's on this open diagonal, but it's actually not hitting anything besides the b2 pawn. As long as I can defend the b2 pawn or like get it to b3, I should be okay. Like maybe something like knight d2 to defend it on b3. So I don't know what they're calculating. I think rook b7 is just... I mean, rook b3, I guess, but... I mean, rook b3, I don't change my plan. I go bishop h6, I get the bishops off, and I actually have this very annoying queen on h6. If I can trade off the dark-squared bishops, I can play rook e2, rook e1, queen c1. Like, the e7 pawn is weak, and my b2 pawn's actually well defended, I feel. Rook b4. Wait, I have knight d4, though, no? Do I not have knight d4 here? What? Why is he allowing this? Knight d4, knight d5, knight c6 wins? Knight d4, AP, queen b4 wins? Knight d4, rook c4, knight c6. Queen, I mean, whichever square the queen goes, it's all bad. Even like to b6, I take on e7. Oh, okay, b6 is a decent square. I mean, I go rook e7 there, yeah? Rook e7, rook d4? No, rook d4, I take on d4. Rook e7, then what does he play? I think knight d4 just crushes. Yeah, and if knight e4, I take rook takes e4, bishop takes d4, rook takes e4, and I win as well. What if knight h5? Knight h5, knight c6 still. Yeah, so just knight d4. What? Nice. What a nice move. I am getting the c6 square, so this knight is a very happy knight. I don't think there's a better square for like besides c6. Maybe there's like, oh, I doubt there's a rook b2. No, I mean, that's giving a full rook. Even if the knight's pin, I play bishop b3. I'm chilling, I think. Okay, I'm glad he didn't spot this. I'm actually surprised. I thought rook b7 looked way more natural to defend e7 and then prevent this, but I mean, I guess it is attractive because we'll see, we'll see. Oh, unless he wants knight d5 here. We're gonna have a mess. No, knight d5. What am I talking about? No, knight d5 after rook takes c4. I just take on d8. Like wow, this is gonna be a nail biter, I think. I also don't know where that phrase comes from. I mean, I know like people bite their nails when they're scared or whatever or nervous, but that's I mean, I think black is in some trouble now. I feel like I'm expecting like he must like play like rook takes c4 and just try to play this, but it looks really bad. Like nice, like, I think rook takes c4, knight c6, queen b6. Uh oh, 97. I even have like bishop h6 and it looks really bad because I have like bishop g7, queen g5, and then knight f5 is a. Yeah, no, this is very rough. And the bishop h6, I still have this knight f5 planned actually, and like rook e3, rook g3. So let's see what he does. I actually, this is really tough. I think like probably. I mean, even if I don't think it's a critical moment for black because I don't think there's any good way forwards. But yeah, so knight c6 is coming no matter what. You sort of have to accept it. Rook b6 is not good just because I get. Yeah, rook b6 and I don't think the queen can pick up c6 because e7 is still hanging. If I defend this c6 pawn, then I should just be winning like outright. So what to do for black? Like I think the best line still is rook takes c4, knight c6, queen b6. But then I have like knight e7, king h8, bishop h6. I'm just doing very, very well, I feel. So maybe this is not the best line, but then what does black do? Knight c6 is coming no matter. I guess you could try like you could try rook b7, but it's like really a concession. Like you just wasted time. I have knight c6. The queen has to like go to. Oh, ooh, it's even more unpleasant. I think rook e8 may no rook e. Wow. Okay, I didn't even. I was thinking like rook b7, black's doing fine. No, because after knight c6, you actually can't defend the e7 pawn. Queen e8, bishop takes d6, and the pawn is pinned. Queen d7, I can take on e7 because now the queen's in front of the rook. So this is really, really strong. Even I thought this was just slightly unpleasant because I get the c6 square, but I think I may just be winning the e7 pawn as well. There's probably I think knight takes d5 maybe. Knight d5, knight c6, queen b. No, but I just go ed afterwards. I don't know. So maybe like desperation, like rook takes b2, even maybe try e takes d4. But yeah, it's ugly. E7's just still e. Every time you hear me speak, you can roll a 10-sided die, and then if it lands on 1, 2, or 3, you can say that statement is wrong. And otherwise, I think I think I'm speaking not like nonsense. I think most of what I'm saying makes sense, but I mean, compared to my opening preparation video, yeah, I had made it right after I made the file, and I did not understand everything. Let's see what he does. Maybe queen. I don't know. Actually, I think it's wasted energy to think about what black's gonna do because it's no matter. I just there's too many options. I think black has to try something, but I don't know what that something would be. Oh, actually, maybe after rook b. So instead of rook b4, rook b7, I might have had this b4 because rook takes b4. I have knight d4 idea still. If a b4, I still have knight d4, knight c6, no matter what. So yeah. So actually, maybe my position was just good because of this. I actually don't. Wow. I need to check this game. This game's really, really interesting. I need to check it afterwards, because seriously. If I had this b4 idea no matter, and knight d4 idea no matter what, that's really, I mean, it's hilarious, because I'm just like hanging my. But like, I mean, it actually may make sense. The b2 pawn is weak no matter what. I actually don't really care about it. If I can get the knight on c6 instead, that's such a nice piece. Hmm. I think he spent, I guess, I think it makes sense to spend lots of time here, but it's a bit. Oh, maybe, okay, so maybe queen d7, knight c6, rook c4, rook queen f5. No, but I do take on d6, so I don't know. I don't think that's good. Uh, maybe that's the best shot though. Okay, queen d7, knight c6, rook c4. Is knight e7 still stronger? King h8, bishop to h6. Well, now the queen's on d7, so after I take on g7, queen g5, knight f5 is actually not a threat. So maybe I should take with the rook just to get this d6 pawn. And then I just play like bishop back to g3 and I just push. Something like that. We'll see. I'm interested to see what he's actually thinking. More in the opening compared to the middle game, because I think middle game wise, I think the opening is definitely can't speak. The opening was definitely a success for me, but I'm wondering like how he decided to play the Benoni. Like, was it just I didn't prepare for this, so I'm going to drag my opponent into what I hope is unfamiliar waters, or is it like, or like did he actually know that I was gonna play d4 or not? I think it's probably the former because he spent a lot of time the first few moves, but we'll see. Again, I already said this, but the problem with this is okay. So the cat's out of the bag. Everyone knows I play this now. I think I'm still gonna play e4 most of my games because I'm just trying to learn it. But I'm not. So the reason I chose to play this is just because my opponent is so strong. I mean, if you look at my previous LoneWolf games, I am getting some really bad middle games. I think, yeah, especially with black. I think I had a game in the Berlin where I was just lost for most of the game. As white, I had a game in the I don't remember the line. It was in the Spanish. It was some line in the Spanish. I wasn't well prepared. I got a worse position. I got very lucky that game. But I was like worse significantly. I mean, my round one game against Susie, I spent probably like 15 minutes just thinking the opening. That's pretty bad. Uh, Even like my round two game, I was playing black. My opponent played like e4, e5, d4, and then I actually did not handle position well. I think I was worse as well for that game. I think in every game almost I've been worse. Like this is like a first that I'm actually like doing objectively better in a position in a lone wolf game. It's hilarious. I'm surprised. Okay, he is thinking very long. I don't. I think you sort of have to accept. To be fair, this position is really really difficult to play. Like I don't think there's a good option. Queen b6. Okay. I think I always. Oh, okay, okay. I think yeah, maybe this was the best. Knight c6, rook b2, knight e7, king h8, and then I think I play queen c1, I feel, because I want to play bishop h6, take, and then play this knight g or queen g5, knight f5 idea. I think that's what I want to do. Is there any other move besides knight? No, knight c6, obvious. Of course. Okay, he should take on b2 now. Oh no, he takes on. Wow. Okay, this is creative. I think maybe his plan is rook d4. Okay, I think knight. So maybe I want to keep the knight on. Wow. Okay, I'm surprised about this. Okay, rook e7 is the plan. Knight takes d5. Queen d5, rook f4? I think so. I think this is what I calculated. So can I instead go knight e7, king h8, bishop h6? If rook d4, I take on g7, queen g5, and he's like lost. I think I can. I think that's what I will do. What if knight h5? Then I take knight g7, queen h6, and it still looks... Oh, wow. Okay, this knight e7, king h8, bishop h6, knight h5. Oh, then I have g4, rook d4, queen c1, queen b. No, rook takes d1, rook takes d1. No, no. Okay, what about queen b3? Queen b3, gh5. Queen takes h3, and now rook g4. Then rook takes d4. Queen g4 is there pressure. Queen g4, king f1. Oh no, no, no. He has to take back. He's to take back, and I think I'm fine. Okay, okay. I take. Oh no, I shouldn't rush. Okay, I shouldn't rush. I have 12 minutes. I have to find the best way to win here, or not win, but the best plan here. Knight e7, king h8, bishop h6. I think it's very, very strong. Um, what if about 98? 98, I think I can still take on g7. Knight takes g7 is... Like, queen h6, I don't have anything just yet. Queen h6, queen takes b2, yeah? And I'm hanging all my pawns. Rook e7, knight d5. Queen d5, rook f4. Yeah, and I don't think I have anything, which is really unfortunate. Okay, queen d6, queen takes b2. Oh no, queen takes d6, it comes with tempo. Okay, let's say rook f6. Queen d7, queen takes b2. Oh, and there's actually nothing here. Wow. No, so he's fine still, I think. I think it's probably knight e7, king h8, bishop h6. But even then, black is still just chilling here. Huh. Uh... Wow, wow, wow. Can I wait? Rook e7, knight d5? Can I play? No, I cannot play bishop h6. Queen takes c6 would win, I think. Okay, that's so sad. I think 97 is forced, but oh, maybe I can play b. I could go back to c6. No, no, I can't. What am I talking about? Maybe I go back to c6 eventually. After I take on g7, I go back to c6 and I say, okay, I have a nice knight on c6. I don't care. So let's take on e7 with a knight. I believe this is correct at least. Okay, king h8 only move. Yeah, so this move is pretty easy to find. Bishop g5 maybe? No, rook d4 looks very unpleasant. I think bishop h6 makes sense. I think no matter what, bishop h6 looks like a good move, so I'm gonna play bishop h6 here. I think this fits in with my plan. I don't like this dark squared bishop, and getting rid of it means this black king's a little bit vulnerable. And maybe I have some like strange rook lift, rook e3, rook f3 at some point. Like 98. I mean, 90 is very passive. I don't know if he'll like knight h5. I think allows g4, queen, and then queen b3 take, queen takes. Oh, he's queen takes h3 here. Wait, knight h5, g4, queen b3. G takes h5, queen takes h3, bishop takes g7, king takes g7. And I have no clue what's going on. Well, he is on time, so I'm just gonna play for that. I just hope he doesn't find even more stronger moves and then I lose because But yeah, queen b6 was a really nice find. I think okay, so he should find 98 or 95. Like I think that those are not like super obvious, but like I think he'll see quickly. Like if I miss a lot of take and play queen g5, it's super uncomfortable. So I don't think he. I think he has to find this knight h5 or knight e8. Probably knight e8, just because knight h5 g4 looks very unpleasant. Like I think queen b. I mean, there's some crazy stuff on. If queen b3, maybe I can take knight g7, queen rook e3, queen b. I have no clue, man. There's some strange stuff going on. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, either I think I'm like either winning or it's like completely even. It's one of the two, I believe. I don't think I'm worse. Just because my position looks fairly good, but oh, maybe after I may have some queen g5 nonsense as well. I don't think so. I think okay. I mean, knight h5, knight e8 are both forced, I believe. So he should find it, I think. After knight takes g7, what do I do? I mean, queen h6 looks nice, but it doesn't. Do I have rookies? No, surely I do not have rook e6. I'm looking okay, so I'm looking at knight h5, bishop g7, knight g7, queen h6. Like queen takes b2, my idea is rook e6, but the problem is he can just go fe6. Knight takes g6, king g8, and there's nothing, unfortunately. So wait. Rook e6, fe, knight takes g6, king g8, knight takes fa, king takes fa. I have d takes e6, yeah? How does he stop e7, e8? If king e7 I take on g7, if queen b7, e7 check, then he's screwed because king f7, queen takes g7, and then I promote. Oh my god. And I have rook e6. Dude, this cannot be real. You cannot be able to play. You should not be able to play like this. Is this? Oh my god! I might have rookie 6 here. This is crazy. Okay, so the question is, after 98, do I have any other move that's useful besides the bishop takes g7 and queen h6? I don't think that's the case, but... Well, no, okay, the problem is queen takes b2, rook e6. What can he do here? No, so knight f5 is not possible. My threat is... No, but okay, knight takes g6 is not a threat. Because you can go f takes g6, rook e7, the queen on b2 covers the knight on g7, so I'm not threatening anything on the 7th rank, so no. I'm wrong about that, I think. So I don't think rook e6 is possible. Okay, or maybe after knight e8. Oh, maybe I can play queen g5, f6, bishop takes g7 check. If king takes g7, knight f5, king h8, or king g8, I have queen h6, and he cannot take f takes, or sorry, g takes f5 because of rook e7. Rook f7, I take on e8, right? Wait, wow, I think this might work instead. So knight e8, queen g5. Oh, but queen takes b2. Ah, queen takes b2. Queen takes b2 is always the issue. I mean, okay, I don't... I think 96 or knight... I think 98 is just forced, by the way. I'm actually confused on what he's thinking about. Why not just 98 instantly? I mean, this is very good. I have, like, really big time advantage, I think. And this position is just still uncomfortable for black. I think 98, though. 98 looks good. I mean, I don't... Why does he not play 98? What does he see that I don't? Why not just 98 instantly? Oh, 98, do I have knight g6? HG, bishop g7? No, but he's king takes g7. So like I was looking 98, knight takes g6, maybe f takes g6 is unpleasant because of rook e7, or take first and then bishop takes g7, king takes g7, rook e7, and like he doesn't want to go back to g8 or h8 because queen h6, but he may even have king no, king f6, rook e1, that's probably a win, but he can go h takes g6 and he's fine, so I don't understand. 98? Knight g6, h takes g6, what is the problem with this? Bishop g7, king g7? I don't see any problem with it. Why doesn't he play 98? Why is he letting his time get... Okay. I don't mean too critical. I mean, this position is not easy to play for black compared to whites, but... I don't know. I think 90 is like the only move. Like, you just have to play it. It looks counterintuitive, but I think... I mean, how else are you defending against bishop takes g7, queen g5, right? Like, knight h5, I think g4 is probably winning. Knight e... Oh, wow. Okay, so my first thought, do I not have bishop g7, king takes g7, and then queen e2? Oh, queen e2, rook b4? No, this doesn't work. Bishop g7, king g7, queen d3, rook d4, queen g3? Oh, no, that hangs the queen. Queen f3, let's say rook takes d1, rook takes d1, the knight's hanging. Knight g5 or f6. I mean, knight f6 is really sad. I think... Oh, what is going on? Wow. I mean, he surprises me again. Wait, bishop g7, king takes g7. Do I not have knight f5 now? Knight f5, gf, rook takes e4. Rook takes e4, queen g5, and I have at least a draw. Do I want to draw here? I'm gonna say I don't. Ah, but this is such a... Queen f4? Wait. Queen f4. No, queen takes... Oh, no, queen takes b2. I have bishop g7, queen g7, rook e4. Wait. Queen f4? How does he defend? Bishop f5? Bishop g7, king g7? Dude, what is going on? I don't even know what is happening anymore. I don't know what's going on. I genuinely don't. I have 8 minutes to solve this, but Bishop g7, king g7, rook e4, rook e4, knight f5. Okay, I have a draw. I have a draw. Knight f5, queen h6 is just a draw. The question is, do I have something better than a draw here? Bishop g7, king g7. Do I not have anything? Okay, queen d3. There's rook d4. Yeah, I already covered this. Queen e2 is not there anything. Rook b4. Wait, rook e4, rook e4, knight f5. Rook e4, rook e4, knight f5. No, no, no. Rook e4, rook e4, bishop g7, king g7. Oh, knight f5. He has king f. Oh, God damn it. He has king f6 as well. No, so I don't even have a draw here. What in the world? Oh, this is such a strong move now. That's. Wow, wow, wow. How do I do this? Bishop e7, king g7. I have queen f4. I don't see anything wrong, explicitly wrong with it. I think f5 is his plan probably. F5 f3 though? Where does this knight go? Take queen f4, queen b4 maybe? This has rook e4, queen d6, which also looks really uncomfortable. Okay, so first question, is there any option besides bishop takes g7? This is my point. Can I play queen f4 instead? Queen f4, there's like... Ah, there's bishop e4. Okay, so no. So I have to take. Okay, this I know for certain. He takes back. And now the question is what to do. Queen f4 looks strong, I feel. Actually, queen f4, queen b4, I have b3. Rook d4 and I'm winning the piece, right? So f5 is like forced, but f5 is really ugly. f5, f3, and I'm still with knight f6, I'm winning the rook. If queen takes b2, fp4? Is he trying to trap the knight? I go back to c6 though, yeah? Queen f4, rook e8, rook takes e4, rook takes e4, queen takes e4. No, but queen c7 is not, no, he has to go queen d8, but then I have knight c6. I think queen f4 wins. I'm pretty sure queen f4 wins here. Queen takes b2, rook takes e4, yeah? And then what does he do? Queen f4, f5, f3, queen f4. Knight c3 I take. Knight f2 I take. He has no discovery anywhere. Queen b4, b3. Knight d2 is no longer working. Oh my god. Okay, I'm locking it in, I think. 6 minutes, but I think this just wins. Now watch this be a mistake. It's gonna be hilarious if it's a mistake. I'm gonna look like such a fool. But I think this wins. I have b3. That's the key. Yeah, f5, f3, and then knight d2 is not working. Queen takes d2, yeah? So what does he do here? g5? No, g5 would be... g5's crazy. That's all I'll say. Yeah, queen b4, b3. I don't think there's anything. What an exciting game. Oh my goodness, I'm like shaking almost. I don't know if my voice is muffled because my face is in my hands, but I'm super, super nervous if you can't tell. Oh my goodness. I mean, on the bright side, he has no time. So even if there is a path to equality, it's going to be very difficult for him to see. Um, it's been a while since I felt this. For some background, so I play a lot of over the board. I stopped recently because I would start getting. Oh, he has. Yeah, he has queen d3. Okay. I mean, rook c1, yeah? Rook c1 is decent, I think. Okay, I think rook c1 is reasonable. I don't think he has any discovery still. Rook c1 take, queen takes c1. The knight is under attack. And if f5, I have f3 still. And we're getting some nonsense here, I think. Wait, can I play rook a3? Rook a3, queen takes b2. Rook a7? What is going on? Rook a7, is this threatening anything? I don't think so. Is there like a quiet move I can make here? Queen g4, maybe? Wait, does queen g... No, queen g4 doesn't win because it doesn't do anything. Okay. Man, he's spouting all the best moves. I think rook... I think I just played rook c1 here, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see anything else. Rook c1, take on c1 with the queen. His knight has to go back to like f6, for example. I play queen g5, I'm chilling. Yeah, I think so. I think this is the way. If f5, I can take on c4, play f3. Queen d4, king h2. He's queen f... Oh, he's queen f2, actually. That's unpleasant. Well, queen f2, rook e3. He doesn't have any checks. The knight has to go back to... Oh, he has g5. Knight f5, rook f5. Queen f5, queen takes e... Oh my god. Rook c1, take. Oh, man. Rook c1, f5. What do I do? Do I play I play f3 right away, yeah? Okay, let's play rook c1. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, he may have knight c3, but I have a draw with knight f5, I think, in that case. Let's do it here. Man. What an exciting game, by the way. I hope you guys are entertained. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so rook c1, I'm gonna play queen takes c1. Not rook takes c1 because queen takes b2. Actually, maybe no, I can't go rook e1 because f5 and I can't play f3, queen f2. Wow. What a sharp game. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to, like I said, important thing here is not to lose my mind. Because I do have time advantage. I have plenty of time to think about what I'm gonna do. So here I'm gonna stick with my plan, right? Queen takes c1. Oh, I have rook e3 and then f3. Okay, that's stronger. Okay, I think queen takes c1 here. Right, let's stick with my plan. Keep things calm. I'm still slightly better, mostly because like the king on g7 is not very comfortable and the knight is getting kicked back. I expect queen b4 here. Because I think he wants f3 and then queen d4. Check. King h2, queen e5. Yeah, this would be bad. So, oh, actually, he does have queen b4. Crap. Oh no, knight c6, knight c6. Right. Of course. Yeah, and if f5 instead, I can play f3 right away, and I'm happy about this position. I feel like nice knight f6, queen g5. Okay, I think I can play f3 here. I'm pretty sure. f3, rook e8. Knight c6 wins, I believe. f3, knight f6. Queen g5, how does he defend? Queen takes b2, knight f5, king g8, knight h6, king h8. Dude, what is going on? I don't even know. Do I play rook e3 first or not? Wait. What is more precise? Rook e3, then there's queen b7, yeah? Is there anything wrong with f3 here? I don't think so. I don't think... Okay. It's important to keep calm. Wait, f3, knight f6, knight f5, gf, queen g5, king h8, rook g e7. Is that winning just straight up? Oh my god, I think that might be winning. Knight h5, queen h5, mate is unstoppable. Queen d1 is not possible. f3, knight f6, knight f5. gf, queen g5. Ah, king f7. Yeah, so this is the point. You don't want to rush. f3, knight f6, knight f... No, I can't do a different order. Rook e7 would be answered by rook f7. I think f3 looks decent, but... Oh, man. Okay. f3, knight f6. I need to keep track of time. 3 minutes, too. Okay, I'm not gonna doubt myself. f3. I'm also going to move all of my pieces over so I can use the mouse if needed, because I suspect it will be happening. Okay, I can use my mouse now. I'm not gonna go just yet. I think over the board is still fine, but okay. F3, he has to go knight f6, right? This is the only move. I actually don't know what he's thinking. Queen g5, then what? Actually, queen g5 just maybe winning. Queen g5, queen b2, knight f5, king g8, queen h6, gf, rook e7. Ah, but then he oh, rook f7. No, no. So yeah, so this is why I shouldn't rush. Knight f6. Okay. Question is queen g5, queen b2. Queen g5, queen b2, knight f5, king g8, knight d6, queen d4, king h1, queen takes d5. What is going on? I don't know. Dude, I don't know what's going on. Genuinely. Oh my goodness. I mean, is rookie 3, dude, of course he'll play like this because he's very strong, right? I expected this much, but it's so nerve-wracking. I have 2 minutes left yet. Okay, I'm swapping to the mouse just so I don't go insane. Uh, rookie 3, queen b7, knight c6, rookie 8, take, and there's nothing. I'm gonna go with my instinct and say queen g5 is probably correct. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think knight d5 would be a mistake here. Oh, I'm such an idiot. No, no, no. Okay, I deserve to lose this game. No, this is bad. This is just losing now. This is just losing, I feel. Oh my god. Yes, this is... I had to go rookie 3. I mean, taking on d5 is still very scary, but yeah, no, he should. Goodness me. Very sloppy of me. Maybe I have rookie 6, actually. I'm not doing completely bad. Yeah, maybe I have rookie... Oh, I might have rookie 6 and queen h... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Rookie 6, yeah? I think I have to. Oh no. Oh god. It's so over now. Oh my god. Rookie 6. Wow. Oh, I might have queen d2 and I'm not... Okay, it's not completely over. Oh, it's not completely over. Thank you. I have queen d2 here. It's a miracle. It's not completely over. Oh, thank god. It's not completely over just yet. Okay, I can try to hold a draw, I think. I think black might be better. Here it might be even. I don't know the exact valuation, but I think black's doing fine now. On the bright side, he does have 40 seconds, so... But, oh my goodness. Yeah, so I think maybe I should have gone like rookie 3, I guess. Rookie 3 was right, and then IC6 or something, but... Or maybe he just defended very well. I have no clue, actually. Yeah, but 97 is not quite ideal, because I take, and then his king is... I mean, king g8, queen takes e6 looks very scary. He can't take on b2, because I'd play queen e6, queen e5 mate or something, so... Oh wow, he has this now. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. I think queen d1 best move, yeah? Queen d1, he wants rook e8. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so destroyed. It's not even funny. Wow, I'm getting completely, utterly destroyed. Do I have to play queen f2 here? Queen f2 is the only move. Queen e2, rook e8, yeah? Oh no, queen e2, rook e8, I have knight f5. What am I talking about? Here, queen e2, knight f4? I'm still getting destroyed, but... Okay, how can I get the least amount of destroyed here? Queen c1? No, queen d1 blunders... No, rook e have knight f... What am I talking about? What am I talking about? What is wrong with me? Queen d1 rookie, knight f5, yeah? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting the least amount of destroyed here. It's still not over just yet, and he is low on time, so... Ah... Yeah, I mean, so I predicted this like 30 minutes ago, where I said I'm gonna have a good position, and then I can just mess it up once, and now black is equalized, if not better. Knight f4, yeah. Oh, and I can't take. Ah, this is the problem. Knight c6 though, yeah? Knight c6 looks decent. I think I'm just gonna play it. Yeah, yeah, okay, I'm... Oh, no queen b7 because rook e7. Okay, actually, this is a good try. This is a good try. Rook e7, queen d6, and he's in trouble, actually, I feel. Unless he misses. I mean, we're both in time pressure, so the chess that's being played is not going to be that good. But I mean, queen b5, I take on d6. Queen takes b2. Ah, and he has this. Wow, wow, wow. I'm getting so destroyed. It's not even funny. I'm getting so destroyed. Wow. Oh my. Yeah, so I think maybe the best move is queen a1. I just get tortured for an eternity. Is there any other alternative? Rook e7, rook f7. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, rook f7 is. I think I have to play this, which is terrible. Wow. Man, man, man. I'm getting totally, utterly destroyed. It's not even funny. It's and then my F3 move comes back to bite me too, even. That's... Hmm. Can I even hold this with queens on? I mean, so one pair of pieces has to come off the board no matter what. But I don't think I can hold this with queens on the board, actually, so I don't... Yeah, okay, well... That's too bad. I'm gonna get tortured now. Maybe I can hold... But I have to, like, play every move instantly. Um, and I really have to find some creative way to hold this because yeah, this should be just be lost now. Okay, I don't like he should just take instantly. I don't know what he's thinking for. Okay. Yeah, king e2 and then I c1, yeah? Intermezzo, and then I lose. Dang. Ah, so close. Yeah, and I c1, okay, I resign, okay. Okay, where was the mistake? Yeah. No, rook d1. Rook. Wait, so how does e5 work? e5. Can you not just... Ah, yeah, so I can't calculate. Yeah, so generally it's... Oh my god. Oh, okay, then. Still, I mean, this is still difficult to spot, I think. So, okay. That's too bad. I missed this. Rook d1's still a good move, though, yeah? Knight b5? I'm still better. No, I'm not even better. It's even now. Okay, I have knight d4, though. Knight c6, knight e7. Bishop a6 is wrong. Okay, so once knight c6. Knight g... No, but this is a mistake, too. Ah, queen e... What? Is it not rook b... No! Okay, no, this is really, oh my god, this is so obvious. Oh, it's so sad. Dang. Okay, queen f4 is a mistake apparently. This is still fine though. This is still even, still okay. He's... I was like, can you not? Oh, okay, it wants this. Dang. Yeah, queen d, yeah, and then I'm just getting absolutely destroyed. Wow. Yeah, this 94 queen b2, I just completely missed. At this point, I just lost the pawn already. 97 would get my knight trapped, of course. Okay. Yeah, 96 is a very strong move. Even though like I'm already lost here, 96 is really strong. Just because this idea of hitting the c7 square is, I mean, very, very nice. Yeah, and I'm just lost here. I resist a little longer, but yeah, and then I think just 94 wins here, yeah? 94, what's wrong with this? Yeah, I mean, just take all my pawns. Yeah, it just wants me to wait. And then black just takes all my pawns, and okay, I resign here, yeah. Minus 36 is generally not a very good evaluation. Okay, h4, take, yeah, and then I resign. Yeah, so the main mistake here, I mean, so, okay, so first of all, spawning this knight d4 is good, but yeah, so I underestimated this b5, and okay, bishop f1 also. I mean, it's not too good, yeah. Actually, I'm surprised, why is this not good? Okay, this is worse for black. Okay, I guess so. Okay, okay. But I did keep all my opening advantage. Yeah, h3 best move. Okay, Ricky one slightly better, but a4 also perfectly reasonable. Yeah, this is already bad for black. Okay. Okay. I mean, these moves are not very clear. Like bishop h2, I guess reasonable, but like no, it's not the first move you think of. Like queen d2 looks more natural. Rook b1 is insane. I think it wants b4 here. Queen d3. Ah, okay. Stop this. Knight d5, and then. Okay, the point is like let's say bishop c8. Okay, but now okay, so it's wanting yeah king h1. Yeah, I'll play king h1 here. I'll definitely spot this. Yeah. What is the logic behind this, by the way? Is it rook? Oh, okay, not this. Yeah, best move rook a8. Yeah, this is. Why does it want king h1? Why is it? It's sort of. This position doesn't make any sense. Queen d2, rook d1, b5. Yeah, so bishop. Okay, bishop a6 doesn't work because of knight. Yeah, knight. Okay, I'm glad this is correct. I actually didn't calculate. Yeah, e5, and then okay, very uncomfortable. Okay, I'm glad I was right about that. C4. Yeah, rook b4 is a mistake. Rook b7. Do I have b4 now? Is the final question. Oh, it's actually playable. It's a slightly worse, but I think a very good try. Knight c6, and then it's like. I mean, I win the pawn back, so I don't know. Yeah, so this is even playable too. Wow. c6. I mean, this is so natural. I don't think I can fault myself for this. 94. Yeah. Yeah, queen f4, I guess, is a pan. Yeah, so here, I think this is the... I mean, allowing b5 is bad, but calculating e5, where was it? Right. I'm gonna excuse myself. Rook a d1 is pretty natural. I guess I should be able to spot this e5 move, but In my perspective, the mistake wasn't missing this e5, but just missing that this b5 is not possible. So yeah, and then the second mistake was right here. I had 7 minutes. He's 2 minutes. Here I should see. This should be a sign that there's like a win here. Like I knew that these two hanging pieces are not very good, but I just missed after rook b4. I just stopped calculating here, which is pretty bad. Yeah, so f3 is a mistake, right? I had a spot to knight c6. Although it's not so. Yeah, it's. I mean, this is. I should be able to spot this, I think. But I can't be too harsh on myself because this is a little bit unnatural. Like queen e2. Knight c6. I shouldn't miss this idea. So, And after this, I'm still okay. Yeah, but I really should trust my instinct. Rook e3, kick the queen out. I think I was afraid of this, but no, I have this. What am I doing? Yeah, rook a3 traps the queen. So then if queen b4, then I play. I think this is pretty attractive. Although then there's even queen d4. I mean, my queen d1 idea works now. Before knight d. But this is still supernatural, so I don't know. Yeah, and then rook e6 is. My concern was. I mean, this is bad, right? This is slightly better for black. I guess this is probably still better than what happened in the game, but. I mean, what happened was after knight d5, queen d2, queen d1, I completely missed that there's just knight f4, because this rook's still hanging, and after knight c6, there's even this as well. Yeah. Well played to him though. Oh my goodness. I thought I was doing very well, but he just defended this really, really, really well, I think. Because like even like back in this position, I thought I was like almost close to winning, but I mean that's computer says plus 0.4, so what do I know? It's GG's. Probably gonna post this very soon. I just need to trim everything, but yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully this was entertaining. I mean, I think this game was entertaining. I don't know about a spectator, but hopefully you watched my prep video and saw how sad I was because I didn't get to play any of my preparation.